Hey, welcome back to the shop. I hadn't done a tool haul video in a little while, so I went to an estate sale auction this past week, and let me show you what I got. So this is everything I got in Craftsman, which is what I was looking for. This estate sale, I didn't come home with any junk. Everything I got was good stuff. They had the lots really nicely laid out so that you could, you know, buy what you wanted and not have to buy a bunch of stuff you didn't want. So anyway, I'll bring you in a little closer and show you. So this is a half-inch set. These are the metric sizes here, all 12-point standard, and some of the other pieces are mixed in here. Some are standard, some are metric, but pretty nice set for half-inch. And this is all half-inch deep well, all 6-point. And these are the 3/8 drive sockets. Really nice selection of deep well. I've got the metric, and then this is all standard 12-point and 6-point, and then this Mac Tools, I'm not sure what this is. It's really thick, so it's not like a screwdriver slide. It's a specific use tool of some sort. If you know, leave a note down in the comments. These are all the Craftsman wrenches. I got some duplications in here on the 7/16 half-inch, 9/16. But pretty good selection, and most of these are the V with the upside down V series. There's a few plain V's, and there's a couple tools in here that are the V with the double line, so that's the vintage I like. These over here are all metric. It's 6 through 15 with everything in between, and then these are the double-ended combination wrenches, if you call them. And these are all V series. So, and then here's a double-ended box wrench, 7/16 half-inch, and it's the V with the double line. All in really good shape. And then this is the item at the auction that really caught my eye. I'm trying to build, I don't know if I'll call it a collection or just a grouping of vintage Craftsman power tools, at least the handheld tools. And this with the Crown logo, I guess, is 1960. It's pretty cool. It's a Craftsman commercial, but it's a really nice router. You can loosen this. Of course, everything's frozen on it, so this is going to be a nice little cleanup. Let me know if you're interested in the comments and me seeing me do a cleanup, and I don't know if I'll call it a restoration, but just a put back into service video on this router. Okay, everything else you see on the table here now is Blackhawk, which I just don't run into Blackhawk very often in my area, and that's why I like to collect it. And this stuff here and the Craftsman router is what brought me to the sale. But I'll bring you a little closer and show you what this is. All right, these here are Blackhawk sockets, deep well, 3/8 and half-inch. And then over here, I actually got a nice little selection of Blackhawk gear wrenches, which I don't have any of these yet, so these are kind of cool. They're all metric. Okay, these are all the Blackhawk wrenches I got. So I only got two standards, 15/16 and a half-inch combination wrench. And all these are metric, which is good because I need a few for my board. At first I thought maybe this was a special wrench, but it's the same thing as this one. It's just been modified to be used like a flare nut wrench. And then I got these metric size flare nut wrenches, which I don't have any of those, so that was kind of cool to find those. And then Blackhawk calls these half moon wrenches. It's just duplications, 2 5/8 and 2 3/4. And then I got two speeders, is what Blackhawk calls these speed wrenches. They just call them speeders. So it's a 34982. These look fairly new. I'm not sure how old they are, but still good stuff. We got one more little grouping to show you. Okay, the last few things I got was 5 Blackhawk screwdrivers, which is nice because I actually can use, I think, every one of these on my board. Got a Klein screwdriver, an industrial screwdriver, a Herbrand wrench. I don't know much about these. I don't collect them. And then 2 Proto speed wrenches, and then 3 other just miscellaneous screwdrivers. So. So it wasn't much of a video for the channel this week. It's just a very small tool haul that I did. So I thought I'd throw this in too. This is a vintage Proto Tools toolbox. And this one is really special to me. This was my dad's toolbox. I was down at our storage building the other day and I was trying to make room for some stuff, and man, I thought this thing was gone years ago, and I ran across it and found it. So I thought, I have to bring it home. I got to get it cleaned up. Be a great place for me to store my Proto tools. Don't have a lot, so they'll fit perfectly in here. But I thought I'd go ahead and just clean it up for the channel. So we'll add that into this video. I'll bring you in a little bit closer and show you what this thing looks like. I can't tell you how happy I was to find it, because I could have sworn this thing had been tossed. But anyway, inside, there's just not a lot of good stuff. Now this is kind of cool. It's an old tire pressure gauge. Bridgeport. I'll clean that up too. That's pretty cool. I use turtle wax polish. Just work it in pretty good. It doesn't appear to really be lifting any paint off. Sometimes an item will be oxidized pretty good and it'll lift a lot of the color off. This is not. I mean, it definitely looks better from this angle. I can definitely see the light shining a lot more here than over here. I'm just going to clean these up, the handles, with some 4/0 steel wool. Not going overboard on them. Well, there you go. Got my dad's old Proto toolbox cleaned up and shining like new. Well, not quite new. Left all the patina in it, so that will remind me of where this one came from. Hope you enjoyed the video. A little bit of a tool haul in there, as well as this toolbox cleanup. So if you're enjoying my channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. My channel's starting to grow, and that's due to you kind viewers and subscribers. Thank you very much. I'll have a video out in a week or two, so please join me for that one. And until then, just take it easy.